What about Dig Through Time, Approach the Second Sun? Right? It's like expropriate, approach the second sun, and dig through time, so I can immediately get approach the second sun. I like it. Alright, alright. Let's get this show on the road. Alright, we're here with Codie. Vociferous Codex. 3-mana 1/4. You cannot cast permanent spells when it's in play, and then you tap it to add a bunch of mana, and then it gives you, like, essentially spell cascade. You can't cast anything but instants and sorceries, though. But I played this about a year ago now. If you just give Codie to your opponent, then suddenly they can't play the game, right? Until they kill Codie, which is pretty easy, I would say. But if you're up against things like Ujin, which is kind of all over the place right now, they can't play the game anymore, right? If you donate Codie, there's no colorless strategy that's going to continue the game. There's no... they can't do anything. So it's funny against Ujin. Knowing that, we'll probably never play against Ujin, but that is funny. So we have all the donate cards. There's a new one. Yeah, this one. Just exchange control of this with something else. You know, it's just one of the new ones. But there's all the other ones that were here last time we played this. I don't think I ever cast this, and I don't think this is good, right? This is a great card for funniness and whatnot, but oh boy, is this 6 mana and hard to get away with, in my opinion. So I had it in here when I started, and I'm just taking it out just to let you know why I am not going to run that one. Emergent Ultimatum with Approach the Second Sun is funny with Dig Through Time. I've never tried that, but if they give you this, then you could just find it immediately, and then you can win the next turn. And the third card being Expropriate, and they're probably not going to give you that one. So that's pretty cool. And yep, so try to give Codie up. And in games where we fail to do that, I don't think we have too strong of a backup plan as it stands, but that can change. But we'll see. Let's go. Let's do it. It's funny, too, because if they kill Codie, I'm also not really ever upset about that. Let's play that one. Get the red, blue, green Triome. Smuggler's Copter. Wow, that is probably the best vehicle to have, actually. Wow, that's really good here. One would argue. Let's just pass. I can blow this up. But then they reanimate it. What happens after you reanimate it? It goes to your hand. Alright, so killing vehicles is kind of just ugly. I did represent Counterspell. I also actually drew Counterspell, so they're always going to just play their commander off of Cavern. Which I think I will kill. Or do I planar... I might just planar Genesis, actually. Alright. I don't know. I guess shocking myself was too much. I mean, they literally had Cavern, but... Alright, it does stuff. Okay. Yeah, let's play this one. They're all the same, but that one's a permanent, I guess. They do not cast their commander. Oh, wait. Alright, they do cast their commander. Let's play this, and then Rampant Growth? Or do I have to kill this? There's a good chance I have to kill... There's a good chance I have to kill that. Not casting Rampant Growth is ugly, though. I'm gonna just commit to killing this. Opponent is screaming the obvious Pact of Negation. That's an interesting draw. Okay. I highly doubt they're going to counter this. That would be weird. Okay, I still think that's weird. I don't know if I like that. I don't think I would ever do that. Let's get untapped blue source. That's preferably a second color. And then just pass. Counterspell control version 78? Maybe. I'm in love with my opponent just... Okay, alright, that's at least a little bit more reasonable. I was gonna say, I like all these counterspells. Narset's reversal is kinda odd, though. Do I just cast Codie? Sure. Why not? There's no way they Pact of Negation it, so... Opponent Pacts of Negations it. Okay. Yeah. Chat, I am a little surprised at that. I can simply recast it next turn and you still have no mana, so that's odd. Approach. I don't have the mana for it. I guess we could just take the donation. Counterspell. Well, I mean, it's still here now, so good luck to you. Codie doesn't really do that much here, though, honestly. So, let's see, black, blue, green, black, blue, green, and I need a third green. This should do it. Alright, I think I win from here. We'll see. Bloop, bloop. Yep, get wrecked. Nice, alright, I just completely and utterly pummeled that person with a bunch of counterspells. I don't know what it is with donating Codie and stuff, but alright, we have the Midas touch with us. Let's go. Breeding pool, sure. So, does this deck deal with another Delighted Halfling? Alright. That's just today, I guess. Today is Delighted Halfling Day. Let's get... I need red, white. I don't need them, but... I could just get this, actually. Yep. And pass the turn. There's no reason to cast Codie. Get wrecked. Get wrecked. Alright, well, my opponent didn't have faith in Delighted Halfling, which is odd. I'm not sure why this is so valuable here. But alright. Cool. Okay, I just had to read that one. I don't have blue mana, so I probably can't... I mean, excuse me, I don't have green mana, so I can't really get away with that. Alright, we got 3 lands and a mana dork. Could lead with Mana Confluence here. I think I will, because I don't know what this is getting yet. Something blue and white at the very least. Okay, that makes life easier. Let's get Breeding Pool. This is 4 mana to do its thing. Do I cast Codie right now? I don't like the situation my opponent has presented. I think I will, though, because again, if it does die, I'm not upset with that. It's not like it's going anywhere. It can happen again. I also don't necessarily need it. Opponent doesn't know that, but this is, I am threatening to immediately activate, which is the downside of this. Okay, looks like they don't have an answer. Alright, they would have cast swords if they had it. I am very convinced of that. So let's get Hollowed Fountain, or some unblue source. Untapped blue source. I said unblue. That's funny. Exchange control of 2 target creatures. This just overtly wins the game. So, did we win? Did we win, chat? Did we do it? Also another person who has Delighted Halfling. I didn't even think about that. Another Delighted Halfling. Oh, man. Alright, let's see. You can't cast permanents. Come on. Come on. Come on. Okay, sure. That doesn't... You can cast all the ramp spells. I don't care. If you have a removal spell, you also have to commit it to your own creature. So it's not like I'm in dire straits. Let's take this opportunity to just cast this here. I'm just going to take time to do this while my opponent's stuck under Codie. Why am I so low? Fetch, shock, Mana Confluence. Wow. Codie's not green. They can't sack it. Codie isn't green. Nice. Oh, yes. Alright, so we can cast Approach. And I guess I just will, actually, right? Sure. As long as this is here, I'm not... Yeah, that's fine. And we gain 7 life, too. That's something. I gotta not shuffle if I aim to actually draw that at some point. I don't know what they could possibly do to make me not draw that in 7 turns. I don't think green-white has anything but Emrakul. They could have Primal Command. I find that unlikely, though. Unlikely. Yes! It's working! Oh, wow, we drew Dig Through Time. Alright. I'm not incentivized to play more stuff. But I feel as though I can just play them anyways. I don't see the downside. Yep, that's probably perfectly okay. Alright, this is a non-land. It can find an instant or sorcery. It does not. And we win. I did it. I locked them out. We did it. Yes, we did it. Oh, that's great. Okay, so I can give it up, but there are a fair amount of issues that arise from that. We shall see. Every single opponent has had Delighted Halfling, except one, who then had Cavernous Souls. Do I have... Oh, do not. Okay. This is enchantment, artifact, or token. Opponent gets rid of... What is that? Their own Kami. Spectacle of Destruction. Whenever more creatures die, put a wreck counter on this. Beginning to keep wreck counter on it. Remove wreck counter. Seek another card. I actually really like that card. I wonder if I should run it. It's definitely viable. Alright, let's shuffle away this and this. No, I like that, so let's get rid of these two. Am I even shuffling this turn? If I want to cast Into the North, which then... Yeah, we're shuffling. We're shuffling. Alright, so I have Mana Drain next turn, and we know how that goes. I do not have a bajillion black mana. Alright, we out-ramped the Jund deck, and they didn't do anything. I wonder how bad this feels. Like, if you needed this, to... This is just weird. This is just really weird, but... Like, if you had a land, you could have just turned it into more mana, and... I don't know. Alright. Alright, chat. I made a glaring, blatant, horrendously bad mistake, and it probably cost me the game. That was probably the worst thing I could have done, and we'll see what I can do. But that was... I accidentally clicked the wrong fetch land, or shock land on my deck. I didn't mean to do that. Alright, our opponent missed a land drop, so maybe we're actually back in it. Do I cast Explore? Sure. Alright, it worked out really nicely. I think. Do I care about this? Why are they playing this? This is weird. This is very strange. Alright. They kept that instead of a mana rock. I don't know. We can scrutinize all day. Alright. We like this, I think. What does this do? This is one of the newer ones I haven't played. When this attacks, mill 3... Oh, my opponent has Pact the Negation. Mill 3. Turn a land tapped. One or more cards leave your graveyard. Make a zombie. Alright. That is funny. They can't Pact Codie. Do I cast Codie? Ugh. I don't think I do. I don't think I do. I think I cast Solve the Equation and find Mana Drain and make my opponent very unhappy. Alternatively, we have access to all the cards in our deck. Maybe I can take a second to think more about it. I could just get Flare of Cultivation. How is that ever wrong? I feel like this is never wrong. Okay. It also gets my Gilded Goose out of play. So Plains and Swamp. No, Plains and Island. Alright, I'm not 100% dissatisfied with my decision there. Okay, that was actually one of the cards I was thinking about getting, so I just drew it. Let's play... Do you just play it? Sure. Get Emergent Ultimatum for the future. I also could just get Farewell. I think I'm going to grab Farewell because our opponent is the deck that they are specifically. They might actually think I got Wash Away as well. Be a reasonable assumption. Nope, they didn't even think about it. Alright. Let's get the Mardu land. So I don't have to worry about that ever again. Alright, so they have Pact the Negation, and they can cast it. So we play that and not care about Pact the Negation, because you can't Pact Supreme Verdict. They kept it in the graveyard. I have no punish for that. I just hope we don't see Liliana. 5-mana Liliana. What is this? I don't recognize this Verdant Catacombs. They could delve. Nope. I find this to be strange. Okay, so let's play this. When do you do this? Okay. Yep, just pass. What does this do? When you tap a basic for mana, it gets triple mana. Alright, and they have 3 basics. Fascinating. Let's do that. Yeah, the special guest one, I just don't think I've ever seen anyone play it before. Opponent is pretty kitted out here. Do we Pact this? I would love to see Pact the Negation right now. Dang it. Dang it, dang it, dang it. Untap land? Tragic. I will not fight back. As actually Codie doesn't do anything at all. Codie actually is not doing anything here, so I think that works out very nicely. Also takes her opponent's entire turn for the most part. And I can just simply recast it. Psychic Frog. That is very annoying. That is very annoying. But I do have Farewell. I have Farewell, chat. You can't stop me. Can I do that? I cannot. Tragic. Alright. We exile everything because we don't care about our own graveyard, and our opponent cares about theirs, I'm sure. Yeah, they fear literature. I don't blame them. But joke's on them. I can't read. Don't clip that. Alright, well, they don't have a graveyard. Do I play Codie again? I feel like I don't because I'm not doing anything at all with it, and I have permanents in my deck to top deck. So, knowing me, I'd probably draw Teferi, and then feel really stupid. So, this mana, I'm not concerned about because they have infinite mana anyways. So I don't really care about the extra 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It would give them 8 mana. I feel like I don't care about... Maybe I should, though. Maybe I should care about that. Okay, maybe we do. Also, I could have just cast that for 1 mana. I didn't have to actually do what I just did. Okay, well, that worked out. Looks like I wasn't going to be able to counter their commander anyways, because for the septillionth time today, Deleted Halflings in play. Can I... No, not really. Yeah, they can just recast it. They didn't recast it, though. This is fine. As something my opponent will simply redraw, right? This is their whole turn to redraw that. I don't see that as a bad thing. Okay, that's unbelievable. So can I steal... I can steal Conduit. Is that better than stealing... What is Conduit doing? Conduit doesn't do anything for us, right? Non-land permanent. It doesn't do anything for us at all. And taking my opponent's entire commander is probably just insane, so I'll do that. That was a really good top deck, but we have a lot of those in the deck. So that worked out nicely. Do I swing with this? I don't even know. Do I swing with this? Well, what's this other card here? What do we got? They can't cast this. They can't cast that. Okay, looks like they're just not reading Codie. Nice. Mill 3. Yeah, I'm just gonna swing with it. I could have tapped Codie. I mean, I guess. I suppose. This is free. No reason to hold on. Actually, there is a reason. We have Brainstorm. We have Brainstorm in the deck. Okay, they're doing it again. For the sorcery side of it. We drew that. Which I don't think they can give me... Actually, maybe they can. Well, let's find out. Well, we're top decking. I guess I'll just take Conduit, because we are their commander. So they don't want to... Actually, I think they have to give me an extra turn. They can't give me Conduit. They did. Unbelievable. Alright, well, it's not great that I'm not drawing anything. I think I can swing with these as well. There's no reason not to. After the first one, at least, because they can't, like, trade Codie or anything like that. Yeah, Conduit's not great for us, I'm not gonna lie. Utter insignificance. Does that really do anything? No, it really doesn't. So I'll just get a random 1/1. Or is this a... yeah, it comes with a 2/2, actually, so... Alright. You have to draw this turn out of it, or Codie wins. Yes! We did it! We did it! Yes! Oh, totally shut down my opponent. Oh, man. What's better than Frogify? Just simply mind control. That's great. Black market's looking like it's only going to be making treasures, and that's probably just okay. This also looks like a Supreme Verdict kind of situation at some point. This costs 4? Okay. Wait, what creature do they... what do they name? They named Pegasus specifically. They did not name Horse. I'm not sure why. I think all the horses you should always name Horse. I don't know. What other Pegasus are there? Pegasi? Pegasus? Pegasus? I can give him Codie now? No, that's... I think we're gonna do Codie way later. We could just get Emergent Ultimatum, because we're gonna make so many treasures I'll be able to cast this pretty easily. I'm not really concerned about anything at all, ever. All I did was play Black Market. You know, like, I don't think that would warrant... Alright, they're back. Alright, I was being too hyperbolic, I guess. Fair enough. Thought they were just genuinely gone to be strange to me. Like, I haven't done anything to you. Interacted with you. Alright, well, now we do. I'm still gonna not cast Codie, because we have Emergent Ultimatum. Alright. Oh, no, wait, they're still here. They're just perpetually AFK. They drew a land. I think they did, at least. That's Bill the Pony. Opponent just cast Bill the Pony. Alright. Let's go. Yeah. Well, I'm on the play. That's cool. I'm on the play against a commander that always needs to play enter on turn 2. And I can pretty reasonably deal with it. Wow, they don't have it? You have Chrome Mox? Wow, alright. I'm always blitzing for that commander very quickly, so... I'm gonna need double white at some point. I will not counter a ramp spell. Yep, never counter that. So white, green, blue. Spara? Yep. Bam. So I can give my commander up now. But then I can't cast Cultivate, so... White and blue or black? It's looking like blue. It's looking like blue. No, it's looking like black. Okay. Supreme Verdict is a colossal blowout here. That's a colorless land. I don't know if that... I don't think I like that too much here. Yeah, this is a complete and utter blowout. I don't know if this deck can afford to play around sweepers, though. They didn't concede, though. I have a 7 mana in the same turn kind of situation here. Alright, they did concede. I was about to say, yeah, like, you're completely blown out when that happens. They also don't have all 3 colors off of 3 mana sources. Like, they can't cast this if they play a land. Oh, this doesn't tap anyways, but... What kind of conspiracy is this? You're supposed to just agree with my hot takes that all Xenagos players should have 0 naturalizes. Let's do blue. Bloopy Duper is the person that top decked the Farewell yesterday. They're playing the same deck as well. Let's play... Let's get you... I think I just cast Cultivate here. White and black. I can simply race to Emergent Ultimatum against this deck, I think. Alright. Well, one good top deck deserves another. Yeah, we're just going to cast Farewell here. Oh, wait, I gotta be careful. 1, 2, 3. I always want to leave up my removal spell, so let's get Emergent Ultimatum this way. I don't believe there's any Codie to be had here. That doesn't seem realistic. Yeah, it doesn't seem realistic. What does that do? Whenever this gains life... Okay. This is not enough life to flip Sorin, so I'm not sure if my opponent accidentally didn't... My opponent just chose not to do stuff? Okay. So we play this, and we pass. Because my opponent's not making me do anything. Okay. Yeah, they didn't extort. I don't know why. They could have flipped Sorin. It was on the table to do that. They just didn't do it. Do we do it this time? Why are they not extorting? I don't believe they have a spell here. They do not have a spell. Post-combat, so I should kill this now. Okay. They do have a spell. Must be Swords to Plowshares? I don't know what else it could possibly be. They go to the bottom, right? Yeah, I don't want to draw this. Mana Drain is certainly a card. It doesn't help me, though. Could just take this. Yeah. Mana Drain actually doesn't help me get to what I'm trying to get to, so... I should probably play land first. Exile all artifacts, creatures. There's no reason to exile graveyards. Yeah, I am playing around Mana Tithe, technically. Is it Mana Tithe? Is that what that is? Is that what we think that is? Could be completely right about that. I'm under the impression that might be Mana Tithe. Okay. I can get behind that idea. I do not care if they Mana Tithe this, right? Yeah, I don't care if they Mana Tithe this, that's fine. It'll also give me information. Okay, it is Mana Tithe, you're right. Good eye. I thought it was Swords. It is Mana Tithe. Yep. Oh, there's Swords. Alright, so they didn't leave up Mana Tithe for this card. Not that that would do anything. So you, and you. And I say good luck. Alright, so we cast this first. And then we cast that. There we go. So they need a discard spell. Wash Away is probably the best of the bunch there. And I will do this now so they can't Mana Tithe. Alright, looks like my opponent's over it. They could draw a discard spell. Looks like they don't have any discard spells. Cool. It looks at the top 5, right? Stock up, it's 5. Or is it 6? I'm pretty sure it's 5. Pretty sure it's 5. So let's kill that. Well, that's not a ramp spell, but it is when it hits you. I shall ramp myself, opponent. Gotta be careful with my mana here. My life total, I mean. Gotta be really careful, actually. I should just get a basic. Yep, I do have a mana confluence. And this, yeah, we gotta be really careful. Island... Swamp? Island? No, Island Swamp. Road Rage. That is weird. SRAM is also weird. So I can play Codie and then have it most likely die. I can just play Codie and leave a counterspell though. And I feel like that's probably the best thing I can do. But I don't know what to do after that, so we'll see. Five mana. I will counter literally anything. Smuggler's Copter. Okay. Of course, SRAM is a dwarf. Why wouldn't it be? Supreme Verdict. Am I casting that instead? I don't think so. I don't think so. So I'll take the Magda? I think. Okay, that worked out extremely well. So they have Smuggler's Copter, and that's it. But this deck looks like it has other things going on, so I don't expect Codie to stick around. Because my opponent's deck is weird so far. So. Alright, Copter versus the World. Is it a 4/4 Copter is the question. It is. Maybe I wanted to Lightning Bolt the Copter. There's an argument that Lightning Bolting Copter was a good idea, and I didn't do it. Should I even play Black Market? Probably. Alright, I need a way to deal with Copter. And I need it, like, right now. Of course I don't draw it. I will draw here, because there's no reason not to. Of course I don't draw anything. Okay, one more turn. Actually, we're just dead. We are literally dead. So I have to do this. Wow, alright, that was embarrassing. I just messed up. I was supposed to Lightning Bolt Smuggler's Copter. No, I couldn't. Because it was a Lightning Bolt from Codie. There's no way to do it. Yeah, we were just dead then. Alright. Alright. So, I really like this strategy. We were someone in chat earlier was saying there's a way to, like, guarantee stuff like Harmless Offering every time you activate this. I just don't think that has, like, a lot of the cards you have to run so that always happens makes your deck way weaker. just to pull that off every time, and I just don't like that. A fair amount of games where I would have had Codie do that off the top, just like randomly, I think maybe one of those games I would have won had I been that build. But there is the other side of that. I don't know what my hand would have looked like because I wouldn't have had all this in my deck. So that's not totally 100% true. So I don't know. I don't like that idea. I think having Codie randomly be donated when you draw a donate spell or tutor for one is just the best way to donate it. I don't like just activating and giving it every time. You can do that, and it just makes it so every game where it basically wins instantly, if you're up against some sort of mono-green creature deck or whatever, it would increase your chances of winning against those decks. But I didn't really struggle against those decks, right? I do have board wipes, like Farewell, Supreme Verdict. Like, there's a ton of removal, counter spells. I don't really feel as though I have to give this to my opponent, even in matchups where I'm very confident they have no way to stop that. So I think this is just the better way of going about getting this into play. Emergent Ultimatum does open up more ways to win the game, where last time I was playing this, I did not have that. If I remember correctly, there was a game we played. There was like an hour long or 90 minutes. Oh, it's coming back to me right now. There was like a 2-hour long game or something where I think I actually ultimated a Teferi, and my opponent had Codie in play, and I was slowly exiling every land they had until they finally ran out of gas. Now I gotta go watch the video. I mean, this is like a year ago. But it was... I think that's happened. I think that happened. Teferi this time did not see play once. I didn't put this into play a single time. Can't say that's too surprising, but 4-mana Teferi... Well, 4-mana Teferi. The 3-mana Teferi, that is 4 in Magic Arena, could probably come in here, and I can use this to just bounce something that is in play. Because we lost to a Smuggler's Copter that Codie was crewing, and it killed us. And we could have drawn a ton of cards to stop that, but we didn't. And the Smuggler's Copter actually killed us. So with something like this to bounce Smuggler's Copter, I mean, not specifically Smuggler's Copter, but in that scenario it was, that would be useful. Would have, it's just nice to unsummon or remove what my opponent has put into play since I Codied them, like before that happened. Teferi is not even the best thing when it comes to going about that specific thing. The Village, I believe, in one game would have won us a game because it went so long that we had enough mana to put this in play and then Village for some kind of Emergent Ultimatum victory. But that's not totally true because the spells you get off of Emergent Ultimatum are actually counterable. So, yeah, never mind. This actually would not have worked. Okay, I lied. That would not have worked. But yeah, the Ultimatum is a good thing to put in any deck that can run that card, in my opinion. So that's a good thing to put in here. Having some sort of control win condition was maybe the only weird point of this deck, like the balancing point, where we had like a combo win, sort of. We had this sort of combo win, but we didn't have like a control finisher outside of things like Teferi, which again never actually entered play. Davriel, we are literally all colors. We could just put Davriel in here. I don't even care about the best deals. It's just a solid value engine card that can do egregious things sometimes. But all in all, I really like what this is doing. It's just fun when it works, and there's definitely ways to fine-tune this. I think I'll play more of this, and maybe it'll look a bit different, though. Codie can do a bunch of different things, and I like that. And it's not tier 1, right? It's not like putting Golos in your command zone, and then suddenly you're up against only the best things ever. You can just play Codie and play 5-color, just sort of like how the first sliver goes about it. Though I think the first sliver is maybe a bit better than this. I think the first sliver is actually a higher tier. I have not seen a first sliver player in like 3 months, maybe even longer. Don't know where they all have been, but yep, I like it. It's fun. It's fun when it works. It's also fun when it doesn't work because you're still doing all this other stuff. So let me know what you thought about it. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.